Worst NHL GM Stan Bowman of the Chicago Blackhawks. Stan Bowman was named GM of the Chicago Blackhawks on July 14, 2009, and has been credited for those championships the team won in 2010, 2013, and 2015. However, Bowman was not really the reason why the Blackhawks were a dynasty. He took over a team that was built by Dale Tallon. Here are the worst moves made by Stan Bowman as GM of the Chicago Blackhawks and how I would fix them. Here are his worst trades. Trading Dustin Byfuglien to the Atlanta Thrashers for Joey Crabb, Jeremy Morin, Marty Reasoner, a first-round pick in 2010 and a second-round pick in 2010. Trading Andrew Ladd to the Atlanta Thrashers for Ivan Vasilevskiy and a second-round pick in 2011. Trading Nick Leddy to the New York Islanders for Kent Simpson, TJ Brennan, Veli Polka, and Anders Nilsson. Trading Brandon Saad to the Columbus Blue Jackets for Marco Dano, Artem Anisimov, Corey Tropp, Jeremy Morin, and a fourth-round pick in 2016. Trading Brian Bickle and Teuvo Teravainen to the Carolina Hurricanes for a second-round pick in 2016 and a third-round pick in 2017. Trading Artemi Panarin, Tyler Mott, and a sixth-round pick in 2017 to the Columbus Blue Jackets for Brandon Saad, Anton Forsberg, and a fifth-round pick in 2018. Acquiring Kimmo Timonen from the Philadelphia Flyers for a second-round pick in 2015. Trading Philip Deneau and a second-round pick in 2018 to the Montreal Canadiens for Dale Weiss and Thomas Fleischmann. Acquiring Andrew Shaw and a seventh-round pick in 2021 from the Montreal Canadiens for a second-round pick in 2020, a seventh-round pick in 2020, and a third-round pick in 2021. Undoing the worst trades. Chicago Blackhawks don't trade Dustin Byfuglien, Nick Leddy, Artemi Panarin, and Philip Deneau. They also make different trades for Andrew Ladd and Brandon Saad. Chicago does not give away Teuvo Teravainen in a cap dump of Brian Bickle, and they don't acquire Andrew Shaw or Kimmo Timonen. Here are some of his draft blunders from 2009 to 2016. 2009 draft mistakes. With the 28th pick, they selected Dylan Olsen. With the 59th pick, they selected Brandon Peary. With the 89th pick, they selected Daniel Delisi. With the 119th pick, they selected Brian Froese. With the 149th pick, they selected Marcus Kruger. With the 177th pick, they selected David Pacan. And with the 195th pick, they selected Paul Phillips. Instead, in the 2009 draft, they should have drafted Ryan O'Reilly 28th overall, Tyson Barrie 59th overall, Mattias Ekholm 89th overall, Ben Sherratt 119th overall, Darcy Kuemper 149th overall, Eric Haula 177th overall, and Nick Dowd 195th overall. In the 2010 draft, they should not have drafted Kevin Hayes 24th overall, Ludwig Rensvedt 35th overall, Justin Hall 54th overall, Ken Simpson 58th overall, Joakim Nordstrom 90th overall, Rob Flick 120th overall, and Mirko Hovland 151st overall. At the 2010 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks trade pick 50 to the Toronto Maple Leafs for pick 79 and a fourth-round pick in 2011. In the 2010 draft, they should have drafted Justin Faulk 35th overall, Radko Gudas 58th overall, Ryan Rust 79th overall, Phil Grubauer 90th overall, John Klingberg 120th overall, and Mark Stone 151st overall. At the 2011 draft, they should not have drafted Adam Clendening 36th overall, Michael Paliota 70th overall, Clay Staubach 79th overall, Maxim Shalunov 109th overall, Seth Ambrose 128th overall, and Alex Broadhurst 199th overall. Instead, they should have drafted Boone Jenner 36th overall, Blake Coleman 70th overall, J.G. Pajot 79th overall, Johnny Gaudreau 109th overall, Josh Manson 128th overall, and Andre Palat 199th overall. In the 2012 draft, they should not have drafted Dylan Fournier 48th overall, Chris Dallman 79th overall, and Garrett Ross 139th overall. At the 2012 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks trade pick 79 to the Ottawa Senators for picks 106 and a fourth-round pick in 2013. The Blackhawks also trade picks 139 and 169 to the Winnipeg Jets for picks 130 and a seventh-round pick in 2013. In the 2012 draft, they should have drafted Colton Sissons 48th overall, Jacob Slavin 106th overall, and Connor Hellebuyck 130th overall. In the 2013 draft, they should not have drafted Carl Dahlstrom 51st overall, John Hayden 74th overall, Tyler Mott 121st overall, Luke Johnson 134th overall, and Anthony Louise 181st overall. At the 2013 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks trade picks 108, 121, and 134 to the Columbus Blue Jackets for pick 89. In the 2013 draft, they should have drafted Tyler Bertuzzi 51st overall, Jake Guentzel 74th overall, Oliver Bjorkstrand 89th overall, and Mackenzie Weegar 181st overall. In the 2014 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks should not have drafted Bo Starrett 88th overall, Andreas Soderberg 148th overall, Dylan Sakura 178th overall, Ivan Nilimov 179th overall, and Jack Ramsey 208th overall. At the 2014 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks trade picks 88 and 148 to the Columbus Blue Jackets for pick 107 and a 3rd round pick in 2015. In the 2014 draft, the Blackhawks should have drafted Victor Arvidsson 107th overall, Victor Olofsson 178th overall, Pierre Engvall 179th overall, and Jacob Middleton 210th overall. In the 2015 draft, they should not have drafted Dennis Gilbert 91st overall, Ryan Shea 121st overall, Radovan Bodra 151st overall, and Yoni Tolola 181st overall. Instead, at the 2015 draft, the Blackhawks draft Anthony Cirelli 69th overall, Alexander Carrier 91st overall, Kirill Kaprizov 121st overall, John Marino 151st overall, and Matt Roy 181st overall. At the 2016 draft, they should not have drafted Arthur Kayuma 50th overall, Rutger Peters 83rd overall, Lucas Carlson 110th overall, Matthias Fromm 143rd overall, and Blake Hillman 173rd overall. At the 2016 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks trade picks 50, 83, and 143 to the St. Louis Blues for pick 35. Instead, at the 2016 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks draft Jordan Kyrou 35th overall, Ross Colton 110th overall, and Jesper Bratt 173rd overall. Here are some of his worst signings. Signing Seth Jones to an 8-year deal worth $9.5 million per season, and Brent Seabrook to an 8-year deal worth $6.875 million per season. Another one is signing Brian Bickle to a 4-year deal worth $4 million per season, and Jake McCabe to a 4-year deal worth $4 million per season. Chicago doesn't sign any of the above-mentioned players. In the 2015 offseason, the Chicago Blackhawks make 3 huge blockbuster trades. Chicago Blackhawks trade Jonathan Toews to the Ottawa Senators for Mika Zibanejad, a first-round pick in 2015, and a first-round pick in 2017. The Blackhawks also trade Dustin Byfuglien and Andrew Ladd to the Carolina Hurricanes for Noah Hanifin and a first-round pick in 2016. Chicago also trades Corey Crawford, Brandon Saad, and a first-round pick in 2017 to the Calgary Flames for Dougie Hamilton. The additional draft picks are used to select Brock Besser, T.Thompson, and Eeli Tolvanen. Chicago re-signs the following players: Mika Zibanejad, Ryan O'Reilly, Johnny Gaudreau, Boone Jenner, Ryan Rust, and Colton Sissons. They also re-signed Justin Faulk, Dougie Hamilton, Mattias Ekholm, Josh Manson, Connor Hellebuyck, and Darcy Kuemper. Before the 2017-18 season, a few trades are made. Chicago Blackhawks trade Artemi Panarin to the St. Louis Blues for Vince Dunn, R.Thomas, and a first-round pick in 2018. Duncan Keith is traded to the Calgary Flames for Adam Fox. Duncan Keith is traded to the Calgary Flames for Adam Fox, a first-round pick in 2018, and a second-round pick in 2019. The Blackhawks also trade Mark Stone to the Florida Panthers for O.Tippett, a first-round pick in 2018, and a second-round pick in 2020. If the Panthers make the playoffs, the second-round pick becomes a first-round pick. John Klingberg is dealt to the Arizona Coyotes for Jacob Chichurin and a first-round pick in 2019. Chicago trades Andre Palat and Victor Arvidsson to the Tampa Bay Lightning for J.T. Miller and Cal Foote. Philip Grubauer and Tyson Barrie are traded to the Edmonton Oilers for a second-round pick in 2018, a first-round pick in 2019, and a third-round pick in 2020. If the Oilers make the playoffs, the 2020 third-round pick becomes a second-round pick. Chicago Blackhawks trade Noah Hanifin to the Nashville Predators for a third-round pick in 2019 and a first-round pick in 2020. If Nashville makes the playoffs, the third-round pick in 2019 becomes a second-round pick. The Blackhawks also trade Tyler Bertuzzi, J.G. Pageau, and Ben Sherratt to the New York Rangers for Tony DeAngelo, a second-round pick in 2018 and a second-round pick in 2020. Radko Gudas and Eric Haula are traded to the Vegas Golden Knights for Zach Whitecloud and a third-round pick in 2019. By the 2017-18 season, the Chicago Blackhawks have put together a young and powerful team. The first line is Mika Zibanejad centering Alex DeBrincat and Patrick Kane. The second line is Ryan O'Reilly centering Johnny Gaudreau and Teuvo-Teravainen. The third line is J.T. Miller centering J.Guentzel and B.Rust. The fourth line is Colton Sissons centering Boone Jenner and Blake Coleman. The first D pair is Jacob Slavin and Dougie Hamilton. The second D pair is Mattias Ekholm and Justin Faulk. The third D pair is V.Dunn and Josh Manson. Goalies are C.Hellebuyck and Darcy Kuemper. Top prospects: K.Kaprizov, O.Bjorkstrand, R.Thomas, A.Cirelli, Jesper Bratt, T.Thompson, J.Kyrou, V.Olofsson, R.Colton, O.Tippett, Adam Fox, Jacob Chichurin, Mackenzie Weegar, Tony DeAngelo, John Marino, and Zach Whitecloud. If Stan Bowman had not made some horrendous moves, the Chicago Blackhawks might still have continued their winning ways.